Hey, it's Rhianna. Welcome back to my channel and another episode of Tasty Tuesday. Today I'm going to be making a low-carb mac and cheese using cauliflower, so stay tuned. Now I have actually made cauliflower mac and cheese, but I've only made it once, and it was way back, I think maybe the first or second week we started keto. But we did really like it. It was just kind of high in calories. This recipe is actually from Keto Connect, and I believe they have a video as well as a blog post, and I'll leave the links for that down below. So a little bit earlier today, I spent some time doing the prep work. I cut up 2 small cauliflowers. The one complaint that I have about the recipe is the way that they call for the cauliflower is in cups. Well, when you're buying a whole cauliflower, you don't know how many cups that is. You also need 2 slices of bacon, 1 medium onion diced, 2 cloves of garlic. For the cheese sauce, you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of cheddar cheese, half a cup of heavy whipping cream, and salt and pepper to taste. And then for the baked topping, you're gonna use half a cup of cheddar cheese, which is what this other bag is. I went ahead and separated them. And I did shred my own cheese because pre-shredded cheese has carbs as well as half an ounce of pork rinds. The first step is gonna be to preheat your oven to 325. The next step is gonna be to cut up the bacon and the cauliflower, which obviously my cauliflower is already cut up. But go ahead and cut up your bacon. And the skillet's supposed to be on medium-high heat. And you're gonna add the bacon and the cauliflower to the same pot. So the recipe actually states at this step to cook it for 5 minutes. I think I might cook mine a little bit longer, and I am gonna put a lid on it. Okay, so it's actually been about 10 minutes, and I feel like it's cooked down pretty well. The one thing I have to say is the bacon. I don't understand how they expect the bacon to get cooked with the cauliflower in the pan. So I would suggest cooking the bacon first before you add your cauliflower. I'm not worried it'll get cooked because there's still more cooking process, but like, how is it supposed to cook on this step? It's not gonna cook on this step. So once you're satisfied with your cauliflower cook, you're gonna add your onions and your garlic. And you're gonna cook for another 10 minutes. Okay, while we have the cauliflower finishing up, we're gonna go ahead and start the cheese sauce. It's a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 1 cup of shredded cheese in a saucepan, and you're gonna cook it on low until it melts. So the cauliflower mac with everything is done. And the cheese sauce is pretty much done. Add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Okay, I'm gonna pour the cheese sauce in here and then mix it all together. I think this is definitely gonna be soft enough for Jonathan. Okay, so this is the dish I'm gonna be baking it in, hopefully, as long as everything fits. So I crunched up my pork rinds, and I've got my remaining half cup of shredded cheese, and I'm gonna top. Oops. Don't waste the cheese or the pork rinds. Okay, so I just realized that I misread the original instructions. You're actually supposed to bake this at 425, and my oven was at 325. So I'm gonna let that come up to temp, and then you're gonna place this in the oven, and you're gonna bake it for 10 minutes, and then broil it for 3 to 5 minutes. But make sure you watch because you don't want it to burn. And then whenever it's done, we will try it. Okay, so the mac and cheese cooked for 10 minutes at 425, and then I placed it in the broiler for 2 minutes, and it came out looking so good, nice and bubbly and golden. I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit because it's currently lava, and then we'll give it a taste. Okay, so I think it's cooled off enough. I think it might need some salt. I didn't really season it very much, but let's just see how it is. That was really good. Mine didn't come out like super cheesy like a mac and cheese. I would call it more of like a casserole, but I definitely really like it, and I think it would almost work for like a tater tot casserole because it's giving me more of a consistency of like the tater tots, the cream of mushroom soup, the cheese. Like, that's kind of the taste that I'm getting. It's not so much a cheesy taste. Maybe if you add more cheese, like make a slightly bigger batch of the cheese sauce, because I did use a lot of cauliflower, so maybe that's the reason. I don't know. It's amazing. The bacon gives it a real smokiness. I mean, it's still a really good recipe. I still really like it. I did put all the ingredients into my carb manager, and the macros that I got for the products that I used and the weight and everything that I used was 260 calories and 3 grams of carbs if you make it into 6 portions. So Keto Connects actually has higher numbers, but they only had it for 4 servings. I did weigh everything out, so it's, you know, all this is correct information as far as like I know, but there's all the macros and everything. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Tasty Tuesday. If you have a recipe that you would like for me to try, leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.